2 a.m. and I'm having lunch with my sister, so I'm trying to get through some tasks this morning. I noticed that whenever I have something on my schedule and it forces me to sort of time block my day, I get so much shit done. Like, seriously. It's like my brain is like, okay, I'm locked in. It's go time. I recognize that I can't dilly-dally because time is of the essence. And I so wish that I could just conjure this level of focus whenever I want, because I know I'm capable of it, but a lot of the times I'm like, I don't actually have to do anything today, right? And I sort of fall into a lull sometimes where I'm like, can I just doom scroll for a little bit and dilly-dally? So I very much appreciate a day that has a little bit of a schedule, because I think a little bit of pressure goes a long way in pushing you forward to get stuff done. I'm also one of those people who try to combine any of my chores with other chores and errands so that it sort of turns into a more efficient session out. So if I have a doctor's appointment, I will pair it with grocery shopping, especially if it's nearby, or really anything. It was funny because I guess it was like a month ago, I needed to get my emissions oil checked, and I was like, okay, I know all the locations that do it near me, but I don't really want to step out to just do that by itself. So on the way home from a doctor's appointment, I partially planned for it, but I also kind of just wung it. Like, I just had the paperwork in my car just in case. And then I just stopped by and there was no line or anything. And it was so easy. And it just made me feel so much better because I knew it had to be done, but I also didn't have to dress up and go out of my way just to get that errand done. So I think that makes me like get stuff done more easily. I try to sort of semi-plan for it, and I set myself up for hopefully success by doing it that way. And I noticed that method works really well for me. Another thing that I do that I recognized recently is that since cleaning, especially like the dishes and the kitchen, can be such a heavy chore, I realized that instead of looking at it like I have to do 100% if I go into it, just do like whatever your body and your like brain is allowing you to do. So you don't have to do all of it. You're just kind of going in with the intention of doing some of it. That works so well. I feel like it kind of tricks my brain, because instead of seeing it as this like huge task where you're like, oh man, I have to put all those dishes into the dishwasher, and I have to unload the dishwasher, and I have to wash the pots and pans after. I kind of look at it like, okay, why don't you just start and see like how much you can handle, and then I'll just unload and maybe like reload. And then if I have the energy or I kind of fall into a flow, I just end up doing more than I expected. And then at the end of the day, it's always better to do some than to do none, because then it doesn't pile up as much. And then, I don't know, in the next few hours or towards the end of the day, I'll have more energy to be like, okay, let me finish that task, or maybe my husband will finish it, something like that. So I have come to realize that nothing has to be like do 100% at once, especially as an adult with just a million tabs open. It's just, there's always so much to do. There's always dishes, no matter what. We cook a lot at home. Both of us work from home. So the amount of dishes we end up with is absurd, but it makes sense because we're using all the pots and pans. We're cooking and cleaning constantly, and it can get really overwhelming. But if you do it in chunks, I think that's the best approach to it, rather than feeling like I can't do this because I don't have the time to do all of it right now, per se. So I don't know, I'm passing on my you can hear Sassy drinking her water in the background. Hey, baby. Yeah, sometimes she hangs out in my room for some quiet time in my office. Especially when I need her to leave. Stick her boyfriend alone. I still call him boyfriend, by the way, guys. I haven't really updated you guys on anything. He and I got officially married last year, and we've been dating for over a decade. Like, I've always considered him my partner, and I don't know, boyfriend never even carried the same weight as what he means to me, because he's been my partner for so long, and we've been living together for a really long time. And most of the time, a lot of people, when we go places, will just refer to us as like spouse, and a lot of our paperwork and stuff, they'll just like put spouse, and I'm like, that's fine. And we got court married and I never really told you guys about it because it sort of just happened. It wasn't something like, you know, like we got engaged or anything like that. It was more like, hey, based on the things happening in our life, we want to get married. Like, we should just get married. So why did we decide to get married? So for one thing, over the past few years, we started talking about how if we have any like medical issues going on, or one of us ends up in the hospital, since we're not married, we can't actually 100% be there for each other in terms of support or medical decision making, and that's always been a little bit of a growing concern. So we knew that that was gonna be one of the ultimate reasons to make sure that we can actually like 100% be there for each other if one of us ends up in the ER or something, you know. And then the other reason was also because we wanted to start a family, and I think from a medical standpoint, and also like just like insurance and all of the other rational reasons, it made more sense to us to tie the knot for our personal preferences. So everything kind of aligned in that way. And then we were like, okay, let's do it. It was a very casual thing, which is why I never really had like a build up to discussing it. It wasn't something where I was like, guys, I'm engaged or something. Because a few of you guys did catch on and were like, wait, did I miss something? Like, how is he a husband now? Yep, we just like upgraded right to husband and wife. Very easy peasy. The court wedding was a brand new experience to me. I've never witnessed a court wedding or been to one, so it was really kind of comical in a way, because the counties that offer it at their municipal courts, a lot of them just do group weddings, and it's really funny because you just show up with your little paperwork filled out, and then there's a judge, and you just get married all together. So it was actually a really like funny and like memorable experience. Definitely people there who brought family and friends and dressed up, and then there were people like me and my partner. We were just like, we're here, like let's do this, and it was super chill. So we're just like in regular clothes, and then the people next to us are in like a wedding dress and a suit and everything. I've always been one of those people who don't really like to be in the center of attention. I've always found it really stressful thinking about being a bride, honestly, and I don't know like where that stems from, but the funny thing is my partner's like that too. He and I both really don't like being in the center of attention. So even in the times where I've been a bridesmaid, I found the pressure of being a part of a wedding relatively stressful. I don't think I like people like having to like watch me really closely. Like, I think I prefer to be in the audience. So even walking down the aisle and knowing that I have to like smile and have pictures taken of me and be a part of the wedding to such a big extent was stressful every time I was a bridesmaid. And I've been a bridesmaid I think 3 times now, and every time I have to walk down the aisle before the bride and the groom, I get so antsy. Like, I get nervous, and then my mouth and like my jaw lock up, like in the sense where they'll like prep you, especially if there's a wedding coordinator. They'll be like, hey, I want you to smile and look at the cameras and count like this like amount in your steps to make sure you're pacing your steps slowly and correctly. And so my brain is like, oh my god, this is overkill, like I cannot like perform. So I can't even imagine being a bride. My mouth would just get really stiff from doing like a fake smile. Obviously it's not a fake, but it's like you kind of have to pose, and that would strain my face, and I would kind of feel like an eye twitch coming, and I'm like, oh no, this is so hard for me. So, a little tidbit about me. So these weens, the wiener dogs, they look really good. I just have a handful that you notice me setting aside that have these like little white marks on the bottom, so those are gonna have to get reviewed or put in as like grade A minus. And I have to contact customer service for this order anyway, because I had another order with it that also had some issues, so I'll just contact them all at once for it. I am going to work on filing my sales tax now that it's a new month. I usually try to knock this out in the beginning of the month, so I don't wait till closer to the deadline and feel like I'm falling behind. So let me knock this out.